it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. It's nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. You don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop. Sit back, don't miss nothing. Got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hey guys, how is everybody doing? It is Friday night. What y'all got going on? It's Friday night. It's been raining though, so I don't know where y'all at, but here is the A. Well, I'm kind of not in the A. I'm in Georgia, but not in Atlanta. It's been raining a lot. So what y'all got up for this evening? Put it in the chat. What y'all got going on? What y'all doing tonight or tomorrow? What y'all got going on this weekend? Y'all know I'm not doing nothing. I will be in the house finding something to do because the last time I caught myself going somewhere, I spent $500 all to actually get in a ride, a Uber. What was it? A Lyft? No, it was an Uber. I got in an Uber to go where I was going. It started raining. They said the game was delayed. No, they said it was canceled. I came all the way home. Charge them. Okay, so keep in mind, it was $50 to get to where I was going. It was $100 to come back. That's $150. And then I had to buy tickets for $400. I said, you know what? And then to get all the way home for them to say, oh, they just pushed the game back a couple of hours as if somebody is supposed to stand out in the damn rain. So I'm like, you know what? That's why I like to just stay at home. Okay. So that's what I'll be doing. I mean, I got a lot of stuff to do here. So it's not like, I will be at home with nothing to do. Okay. I got some stuff to do. So yeah, let's kind of get into what we're going to be talking about this evening. Now, of course, we got Porsha Williams on there because they actually have been granted the full divorce. If y'all recall, we have been talking about that. So they have been granted the divorce. So essentially what everything was about was simply Simon didn't agree with the verbiage. But of course, the judge going to go with it because the judge has to, he has to produce an order. So we got that to talk about. We also have Angela and her husband to talk about. Now, I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but Angela's husband, Charles, he made a comment, and I honestly didn't take it as nothing because I just feel like Charles is just extremely sarcastic. But, people made a big fuss about that. They forever trying to say this man don't love this woman, as if I don't understand why they even give a damn. Now, we want to talk about too, Amy and Dwight Howard. Now, Amy and Dwight Howard married, y'all. And did y'all know they didn't even have a prenup? So, they saying Amy won't, she won't support. Hey, he married her. He didn't make her sign a prenup. So, hey, pay that lady. And then if we have time, y'all, I want to talk about Lil Scrappy and that damn hoochie mama that he got that baby by, and Jackie Christie and her daughter. But make sure you guys are liking the video, please. If you guys are in here, Make sure you guys are liking the video. And also, if you guys are on Twitch, go ahead and follow me on Twitch. Or if you don't have the app, just go ahead and download the app and make sure y'all follow me on the app. Now, who y'all want to talk about first? Put it in the chat. Let me know who y'all want to talk about first. And we can start wherever y'all want to begin. Put it in the chat. Who y'all want to talk about first? If y'all don't say nothing, I'm just going to pick. Y'all put it in the chat. Who y'all want to talk about first? Somebody said Simon and Porsha. Of course, Simon and Porsha. All right, Simon and Porsha. Simon and Porsha it is. Now, if some of y'all, is anybody watching from Twitch? Because I'm also live on Twitch. Is anybody? Oh, I do have somebody that's watching from Twitch. Great. So let's get into Simon and Porsha. Perfect segue, okay? Because I believe the next thing we're going to hear from Simon and Porsha is obviously, Simon going to file for an appeal, because in order to be able to do that, he actually needs the order. And now that the judge has produced that, he can, what's up with my mouse? He can appeal it. So let's jump into Simon and Porsha. Let's get into it, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button, please. Give me a second here. Okay, let's get into Simon and Porsha. Well, we have been talking about these two, of course, on July 11th. I can never forget when they divorced because it is the day after my birthday, okay? So in court on, I say July 11th, it is June the 11th, I'm sorry. June the 11th, we know that the judge said he was going to enforce the prenuptial agreement. We had been kind of talking about it over these last few days. And what we had been talking about is, the final divorce decree had not been produced. And it hadn't been produced simply because they were going back and forth with the verbiage and what they did not like that was included in that, that final draft of the order. Because essentially what the judge said is that Porsha's attorney was going to draft the order. Now, keep in mind, Porsha's attorney drafts it, but Simon's attorney looks over it just to make sure that they agree with some of the verbiage, right? That's pretty much how that goes. Now, the last few videos that I did, I was letting you guys know, I said, listen, they are pretty much fighting over this this order. And it's essentially because Simon just didn't like the verbiage that was actually included in the order. Okay. But anywho, Simon posted this on social media and I was like, okay. He says, officially single and finally free. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. I'm like, man, it's so hilarious. So of course, I had to go look it up because I said, okay, we must have gotten a divorce decree. And we did. It's right here, y'all. It's right here. All 39 pages. This is the divorce decree right here. So, look at the date, 7/11. That is today. So Simon was definitely right on the money when he said, I'm free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Now, within the prenuptial agreement, we really don't have to guess as to what it says. I was in court. Everything that the prenup requested or allowed for is exactly what the judge ordered. Now, specifically, we can talk about the attorney fees with the number of $240,347.25. That is the amount that Porsha was awarded in attorney fees. Now, I know y'all gonna say, oh, Porsha got the money. Well, Simon still would have to write the check, just so y'all know. She was awarded it, but he would still have to essentially write the check, okay? So just so y'all know, although she was awarded the fees, he still has to write the check. Now, when we get into the specifics of the order, we kind of already know what the order entails. He has to pay her the sum of $40,000 for 14 months. I mean, we can do that on our calculator. Let's bring out the calculator. That would be so 40,000 times 14 is $560,000. If y'all recall in a previous video, I said one of the things that Porsha's attorney wanted is for Simon to be able to get a life insurance policy, because essentially what what Porsha's attorney said, if this dude don't pay, we want him to get a life insurance policy. So think about it, $560,000 plus $240,347.25. We already at $800,347.25. That is strictly for the attorney fees and paying her for the 14 months. Keep in mind, in the prenuptial agreement, it said you will pay her $40,000 for however many months they had been married. So can y'all see that? That is the number just for the attorney fees and the $40,000 per month. Now, we're not done. One of the other stipulations, and we kind of talked about this as well, it was the Rolls Royce, the 2021 Rolls Royce. So one of the other things that that Porsha wanted was the title to that car. So essentially, I don't know what the payoff balance will be for that car. I don't know if you guys have ever leased a vehicle before. I did one time, and I remember they told me what my payments were, and then they said, at the end, if you wanted to buy the car, this is what it would be worth. Now, I don't know how that will work if he is essentially still in the lease and say, hey, I need to buy the car now. So I'm not sure what that amount was, but one of the things that, that Porsha wanted was definitely was definitely the car, because essentially that was one of the things that was in the prenup. Like I said, I don't know what the amount would be for that. Now, one of the other things, y'all, keep in mind, he has to give her, what's the total? $347.25. Now, this don't include the car, because I don't know what the car balance would be. He still is supposed to pay the monthly expenses for the house. So he still has to pay the mortgage, the water, the gas, the upkeep, whatever happens in the house, he is essentially supposed to still pay for, right? Now, I know some of y'all gonna say, ooh, Porsha got a lot. He still has to write the check. So if he don't pay, and this is kind of what we were talking about before, if he don't pay, what they gonna do? What y'all think they gonna do? Y'all think they gonna go to Nigeria and arrest him? See, the thing that y'all need to understand is the United States is one thing, and another country is a whole nother it's a whole nother country. It's not even a whole nother jurisdiction. They don't work together like that, like on a civil matter. It's not like he's committed a crime. So what people have been saying is they ain't gonna do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like, nope, they're not. Nothing is going to be done to him if he decides not to pay. But I'll tell y'all what would happen. So let's say Porsha sells the property, right? What it does say in the prenup is that they have to split the equity. If he does not pay her anything, essentially she doesn't have to split the equity with him, because she will say, hey, you didn't pay me, the money for, the things that was listed in the court, the final court order. So that's the only way she can pretty much get her money, if that makes sense. So essentially, there's nothing that they can do to him. I don't believe he has any assets here in the United States. And if I'm correct, I believe them saying in court that he had no assets here. So it's not like they can garnish his bank account. So I don't know what she would. I'm sorry, I don't know how she would collect the funds if he just didn't pay. I mean, he's not even a U.S. citizen here. So essentially, if he don't pay, he don't pay. Now, somebody in the chat said they going to arrest him. I don't believe that Georgia is going to go to Nigeria. That would be very expensive. Do y'all think they're going to go to Nigeria and arrest him? Who think he's going to get arrested? Exactly, nothing. Yeah, they're not going to do anything. So, it's not like he committed a crime. This is a civil matter. And in all honesty, if he didn't pay, her recourse now would be to not give him half of the equity, because one of the other stipulations in the court order is although she's living in a house, he has to pay the expenses. The moment she refinances, keep in mind, she has 36 months. I think she's used about a year and something of that. So she has whatever is left after the 36 months minus what she's already used. If he doesn't pay her, then obviously she's not going to split the equity. So essentially, then it may be a wash. I don't know with this market, she may not be able to sell the house. I believe at this point, she's trying to refinance. So I know y'all putting in the chat, can he appeal? Absolutely, he can appeal. And I believe that is what he's intending to do. Now, if the Court of Appeals don't accept it, then that will be a whole nother situation. But from what, what I saw, he said that he was going to appeal the situation. What y'all saying in the chat? Let's see. Somebody said, but Simon is not obligated to pay since he's in Nigeria. Well, I mean, he's obligated, but if he don't, it's not nothing they can do about it. If he's not paying her allowance, what makes her think that he's going to get a life insurance policy on himself or her? That's crazy. Yeah, that's very crazy. When I saw that, I was like, what in the hell is this? Hi, Lily. What are you guys saying in the chat? Porsha filming traders right now. Who's going to pay that mortgage? She better have it on auto pay because you don't necessarily have to be there. Simon can appeal because the judge messed up when he tried to alter it. Yeah, I have to agree. And I don't think it's a debate if he's going to appeal or not. He done already said that. Porsha messed up again. No money, no mortgage, no car. Listen, Porsha wasn't playing, honey. She was not playing when it came to the money. So it is finalized. It is 38 pages. I did not print it as of yet. I'm just strictly going on. Obviously, I was there. The judge said he was enforcing the prenup. I'm able to see the first page of it. Like I said, I did not print it out yet, or I did not look at it yet because essentially this actually came out at 2:00. So I didn't even look at it. And I happened to go on social media and I was like, oh, because Simon said, listen, he sent that post and said they are officially divorced. So they are officially divorced. But from what I'm learning is he's most definitely going to appeal it. So, and then y'all got to understand too, in order for him to appeal, it has to be finalized. So I assume that he's probably happy that it's, finalized. And also y'all got to remember this. When I was going over the initial draft of the final judgment, because this is actually the final judgment and divorce decree, what Porsha's attorney was saying is that Simon obviously wanted to appeal this. And I believe that was his method for really objecting and not really accepting the order. Is pretty much, he just, pretty much objected the whole way. And maybe, that is what you have to do when you want to appeal. What else are y'all saying? Porsha was better off staying married to him. Well, Almond Joy 777, it seems at some point she realized that, but then according to, if you listen to her when she was on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, she had mentioned that she had tried to call Simon, and she said she called him and mentioned to him that her daughter wanted to talk to him. But then if you listen to Simon's side, he actually said, Porsha had reached out to him. He said, but he's so used to women that he previously had been in relationships with trying to use their children, right? So he didn't respond to Porsha. And Porsha also said that, she can, because depending on what functionality you have your phone on, you can see if somebody reads the messages. So he read it. He just didn't reply. So it seems like at some point, Porsha realized that, maybe I could have just stayed. But at that point, I think Simon was over. He was pretty much done with it. She hurt his ego and pride. He can come back and fight. My ex-husband did. He had to wait until it was final. Yes, exactly. Yeah, you can't appeal something that isn't finalized. So today it's been finalized. So I am certain Monday morning, Simon and his attorney will be appealing this decision. And I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. And then y'all, so one of the other things that they said in court is that they were going to give Simon 30 days. And I'll print this later and read over it, then we can come back and talk about it. So this order says July 11th. So in court, they said that they will give him 30 days to transfer the property into a trust. Now, essentially, Simon would have to transfer the property into a trust before, Porsha would be able to refinance it. In order for her to be able to do that, it would have to be transferred into a trust. So they said that they would give him 30 days to be able to do that. So we'll just have to watch it and see, if he does that. Somebody said, Porsha messed up big time. She's not getting anything. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that Almond Joy 777, I don't think he gonna pay it. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest. If I was rich, okay, they deported me, I ain't paying nothing. Because what y'all gonna do? I won, but it was Dr. Kelly Johnson. I won, but it was because he was trying to take from me. Okay. So yeah, we'll just have to keep watching it. The final, divorce decree is out in the universe. And that's why Simon is, happy, I guess. I mean, he's happy for one reason, because he gets to file his appeal. So we know why he is free at last. Thank God Almighty, I'm free at last. Now, who y'all want to talk about next? Let's talk about Angela. Because y'all know what? I really like Angela Oakley, and they be putting her through. Y'all got any more questions about Porsha and Simon? All right, y'all, let's jump into, where do we want to talk about? Let's just talk about Angela Oakley. Angela Oakley, honey, and her husband, like, I really like them, but the people be putting them through. They be putting them through the ringer in terms of if he like her and if he don't like her. And I'm just like, isn't that crazy? They married. Why is everybody tripping about if he like his wife or not? These women is thirsty, trying to find a way to get that woman husband. So listen to this. Charles Oakley, did y'all see that interview that Charles Oakley did? Well, here's the deal. Wait a minute. Let's not show y'all that. Wait a minute, y'all. Okay. Let me go back out.
Charles, the world wants to know, what's the real story of how y'all got married?
The real story? I moved to Vegas.
Oh.
To Delta.
Oh, I'm hot. Oh.
And, had a great time. I made a comment about the $1 billion question, and I thought I was drugged and just trying to be funny. It wasn't, some people took it, some people didn't.
I'm going to just tell y'all, I love Charles' sense of humor. Him saying he was drugged, he was simply being funny. Like, he's just a jokester. Why is it that people take what he says serious? He is literally playing. I mean, you got grown adult women really saying this man don't. This is a grown, competent man. Like, do y'all really think that he's married to Angela and don't want to be married to her? Isn't that crazy? But I mean, I don't know if y'all heard Charles' interview, but Charles seems like a whole lot of fun, and he's very sarcastic. So I believe he said what he said simply to be funny. He's being funny.
So no, you're not funny. It's not funny.
Y'all hear Angela? It's not funny. It's not funny. I get his humor because I know people like that. He says what he knows that you want to hear, but it's in a joking way. So he's not serious when he say, "Yeah, I married my wife. I was drunk." Like, he's not really serious.
No, but we got married. We had a good time in Vegas.
Oh yeah, we planned to go to Vegas. Yeah, we planned to get married actually. Yeah, you remember that?
We went to Vegas after. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you remember that? What song did I walk down the aisle on?
Luther.
Oh, you remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know if you remembered all this.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, do you remember asking me to get married?
Huh?
Do you remember?
Yes.
Well, here's the deal for me, y'all. And it actually says it right there. Charles Oakley says he was just trying to be funny. I didn't even see that when he answered the question about why Angela married him. Here's my deal about the whole situation. I wouldn't even address it to the public. I would not care what they thought. And when I see women or even men or people in relationships that want the public to know, why do you care? Like, you're not married to these people. Who cares what they think? So I never understand people trying to come to the public to say, oh, he really loved me, or oh, she really loved me, because the public really don't care. Like, they're going to always find the most salacious thing in every story. And it's simply because people really don't care to hear about good stuff. People want to hear about salacious. Like, it's interesting for people to say, Charles, he cheating on Angela, because people want to hear that. They don't necessarily care about hearing the good stuff. So yes, so I believe that he does love her. Y'all got to understand, this is an older man. I mean, he's not young like that. So he expresses his love in a different way. And I feel like a lot of people that's digging, you just want them to be miserable. It's probably, some of those people who not happy in their own relationships, in their own life, because I get Charles. I don't believe he's a pushover. I honestly believe if he did not want to be with Angela, that he wouldn't. And I also, believe that Charles is also the type of person, I mean, he's an older man. He even understands if it's a situation where we are not doing the greatest, that should, that'll pass at some point. We gonna work it out. And in all honesty, that's the type of person you want, because it ain't gonna always be roses. You ain't gonna always wake up every morning and like the person you with. But at some point, you'll get past that. And I think, Charles is just that type of person. But it just seems like, Angela, I really like Angela, but I feel like, Angela is always trying to prove a point. And I feel like, that's not going to happen, because people will always find a reason to say something. She is the insecure one. Yeah, it can come off as a bit insecure, because you're trying to tell people that really don't know you or your husband about, if he's affectionate or if he love you. Whatever you like, Angela, we love. Whatever is your husband. I think he really loved Angela. He just set in his ways. Absolutely set in his ways. That's why I said this is an older man. They get set in their ways. That's just how it goes. But I feel like her trying to prove to the world that he loves her, like, girl, that's your husband. If for some reason he didn't love you and you wanted to be with him, that's your marriage. Like, you don't have to prove stuff to people. So I wish she would just stop it and just laugh. Just laugh. You don't have to prove anything to anybody, girl. That's your husband. Y'all are old enough to be together and not love each other. Listen, my grandparents was together so long that I think at some point they didn't love each other either. But it's just like, some marriages, it's like that. So, hey, it is what it is. But I like them both. I like both of them. What y'all saying in the chat? I think he really loved Angela. Yeah, he's just set in his ways. Yeah, I think he playing, but he is embarrassing. Angela, you said he's embarrassing. And so for me, I don't see it as an embarrassment. I know some people said, if y'all remember that first episode when her wig was coming off and he told her, like, some people was like, he could have whispered it, but y'all got to understand they're mic'd. So even if it would have been very difficult to whisper it, but I get, some people was like, he could have told her in a different way. But I mean, this is 2025. Everybody wear wigs. So it's just not, I don't think it's that embarrassing, that your wig is coming off. So I guess not to me, but some people was like, well, he could have told her in another way. But for me, listen, if my wig coming off, just tell me. I'm not going to feel no kind of way. I'd have felt crazy if it would have slid off. But, some people was like, he ain't have to tell her like that. But hey, I like Charles. I like Angela. What are y'all saying? Right. Laugh it off. I like him. Now, who else we got to talk about? Let's see on here. So we got Porsha Williams, we got Angela. Y'all, let's talk about, let's see here. Let me get back to my thing here. Oh, we went fast. Okay, let's talk about Amy, Luciani, and Dwight Howard, y'all. This is a mess right here. I don't even know what to say about them, because if y'all remember, do y'all remember when around the time, you know, that they were getting married, and Amy was basically telling people not to come on her live, saying anything about her husband, and it was just so many things, you know, she was saying. And it's like, girl, now you are divorcing him, and y'all had only been married for 6 months. And she looking like a whole fool. She's looking like a whole idiot. Do y'all remember this? Let me share my screen. Do y'all remember this? Let me share it. Is she looking like a whole fool?
You're not gonna talk about Dwight on my page. You're not. You're not. That's why y'all notice, like, did y'all notice when we first got together, I was posting and I was so happy, and it was Black love, and I was so happy. And then I was reading the comments. People was like actually adding my husband's name to talk shit about him. Like adding his name, going out their way to on my page. Y'all don't know who I married. I don't know who y'all married. And then to go out y'all way to at him. I stopped posting him because I could see if it was like people saying negative things about him. But y'all going out your way and y'all adding my husband, y'all gonna at him to disrespect him on my page. We're not gonna do it. So I thought I was gonna be one of them girls who can showcase like her, like really show my life and the changes. And I wanted to show y'all us traveling, and I wanted to show y'all like, this is my first time being married. I've never been married before. I don't plan on doing this twice. I was like, maybe I gotta turn into that girl who don't show y'all nothing. Honestly, he owns his past, and people gotta stop responding with one comment. I think it went too fast. At the end of the day, I think you should still vlog. Yeah, I'm about to start vlogging. I'm getting back into it. So, but let me tell y'all the space that I'm in. I really don't know what to vlog about. Shout out to Africa too. I don't know what to vlog about, because it's like, I want to show y'all stuff, but I'm keeping stuff private. You're not gonna talk about Dwight.
Girl, you should have kept that damn husband private, because this is a whole mess. This is an entire mess. And I'm reading the chat. Somebody said they was trying to help you. Now, listen, we done heard all of them stories about Dwight Howard and the different men. Girl, nobody cares about Dwight Howard. They were simply trying to say, girl, we glad you married, but don't your husband like dudes? That's all they was trying to say. Like, I don't think anybody was trying to hate or anything like that. It was kind of like, you know, Amy, you just got married, and, you know, she kind of got married during the situation with Royce. If y'all remember, Royce had stated that Dwight Howard, you know, she had stated a lot of things about Dwight Howard. So it was crazy that him and Amy went and got married during, you know, when Royce was basically doing all kind of interviews, talking about what she had encountered, you know, during COVID with Dwight, and, you know, insinuating that, you know, he had been with men. So it was real crazy. And then all of a sudden, Amy comes out and say that they're getting married, and people were like, oh, she's definitely a beard, because he definitely likes men. So, you know, Amy, girl, nobody really cared. It was just, the whole situation was really crazy. It was given real crazy. And I kind of knew that it wasn't going to last. It lasted 6 months. Some people had indicated that, I think I saw this on another blog. Somebody had indicated that they had had a fight. Now, this is alleged, because I don't know, that they had had a fight. And then I had heard that he wanted her to get pregnant. I just heard a whole bunch of stuff with regards to them. And that was only for 6 months. You were married for 6 months and had went through all of that. Why that girl marry him, I don't know. But hey, maybe it was, she helped him out and he helped her out because, I don't think he's a stupid guy, but he did not sign a prenuptial agreement. If y'all recall, it was during the time that, he was catching heat. Y'all don't remember that? Here, let me bring it up for y'all. During the time that, Amy, Luciani, and Dwight Howard married, he was catching a lot of heat. Let me kind of bring it up for y'all, but it was a lot of stuff going about with regards to him and, being with dudes. And here, y'all forgot, let me bring it up for y'all. But it was a lot of stuff online with regards to him. And Royce had started doing she had started doing these different podcasts on her Instagram. And then she had said that he had threatened to sue her. So it was a lot going on during the time that they had kind of got together. People were pretty much just saying, girl, are you sure you with him? Like, what's going on? So let me kind of bring up some of the posts because like I said, it was a lot going on and people were looking at Amy like, girl, are you serious? Is this serious? Let's see here. I'm going to bring some of it up just to kind of refresh our memory. And then Royce had ended up getting a cease and desist. So it was a lot going on. Okay, it's right here. All right, let me share my screen. Because y'all probably don't remember. Let me refresh y'all memory. It was a lot going on during the time that they had married. Y'all don't remember this?
Hey y'all, it's Royce. And due to a lot of recent occurrences that include lies, fabrications, false accusations, threats, etc., I realized that it's about that time for me to tell my story from the beginning to now. Unfortunately, someone keeps calling my bluff. And when you're an ant fighting an elephant, the only way to eat an elephant is bite by bite. Therefore, I want to let you know that I am a true Cancer zodiac. I told you to leave me alone. I told you not to fuck with me, yet you still do. So, because of that, I am not Michelle Obama. When they take it low, I do not take it high. I take it to hell. And now, you're going to get what you asked for. I had a baby by Superman, and here's his fucking kryptonite.
Okay, so that's how it started off.
Hey, y'all. I'm Royce. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to get this out. So, this is my story about how my life changed beginning July 31st, 2004 to now. All because I had a baby by Superman. Part 1. July 31st, 2004, I was at the movies at downtown Disney with 2 of my friends. When 3 male figures walk in, one looking to be about an inch away from being a midget, the other very skinny and he had a bad acne problem, and another one who is extremely tall. As they come over to the concession stand, we are greeted with, "Y'all in my book." Our response was, "What book?" He goes, "My yearbook." I then respond, "No, sweetie, I'm grown." He goes, "No, my magic book. Y'all used to dance with the magic." Oh, yes. He's like, "I'm the rookie." Oh, hey. That's how that went. Okay. And he was talking about, oh, y'all not dancing this year, that we left them with the Lion King. Like it was a bunch of niceties and goofiness. And that was it. He still had braces. It was nothing. So we go to see The Notebook and they go to see something that I used to think was Transformers, but it was something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe iRobot. I don't know. Anyway, about 10-20 minutes into our movie, I go to the bathroom because I am now in a full-blown argument with my then boyfriend, who is breaking up with me because he is swearing that I'm at the movies with a dude. Obviously, I am not, but he was very insecure, and it was just an ongoing thing with us. So we broke up that day, and I was devastated because what? I got dumped. Anyway, walk out the bathroom, and Superman is sitting there on the bench. And he goes, "No one should ever make you cry like that." Okay, thank you. And he's like, "Nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm young, but like, no man should ever make you feel like that." He had braces. So I'm like, again, thank you. And I go on about my business, and I go back to the movie, and I'm in the movie doing all of this, of course, on my little aim, my little sidekick. But by the end of the movie, I'm just kind of over it. So we're walking out the theater, and they're leaning on the car like they're in Boys in the Hood. So we're walking across the street, and his cousin comes up to me, which is the one with the acne problem. And he goes, "Hey, my cousin trying to holler at you." And I was like, "Well, why is your cousin not over here?" So he calls him over. And yes, we exchanged numbers. And yes, it probably was because, not even probably, it was because I was trying to make my now ex jealous. It is what it is. I was 24, whatever. So his first text to me was, "Hey, this is real name, the tall guy." So if you've ever seen me put TG on something or like heard about that nickname, that's where that came from. So anyway, fast forward, 2 months go by, and I have not gone out with him. I haven't really said too much to him outside of like AIM and, T-mail. So I was just being an asshole. Well, realizing that my relationship is now over for real, my dad is like, "Well, why not just go and like hang out?" He's like, "You don't have to like do anything." He's like, "But just hang out, have like some male companionship." Not like that, but just someone to hang out with and have fun that enjoys doing like goofy shit like me. Right. So we decide that we're going to go to the movies at Festival Bay, which is now changed names probably like 20 times. But we go to those movies, and I'll never forget this day because this is when I felt the shift. But it was a man and his son. And the son ran up to me and was like, "Oh my God, you're a magic dancer." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am." That never happens, y'all. People don't know the magic dancers here. Like, no, for real. People don't know the magic dancers at all. So I was like taken aback, and he asked if he could take a picture. He pulls out a real camera and he takes a picture. After that day, there was a shift. I started getting invited to promos, to fashion shows, to theme parks, like, team events. I was everywhere. And I had stated a few times that I was thinking about going back to dance, and he was against it. So I did a brand ambassador tour with Cherry Vanilla Dr. Pepper, came back, and I said, "I've made up my mind. Like, I'm doing this." And was he being supportive of things that I was doing? Yes. He was at the fashion shows that I did with 𝐿 Yes, that 𝐿. Hey, girl. He was coming to my parties. I mean, he was around. So I'm not going to say like he wasn't doing anything. He was. But I wanted my career. I went back. The team took me back, knowing what our history was. I danced that year. The next year, I said I wanted to go to Miami. I said I wanted to dance for the Heat. That was my dream team, either there or the Dallas Cowboys. And both of those he was completely against, and I had no idea why. He would offer like our suggestions for other teams, but never those two. Just completely against anything in Texas and Miami. Now you'll know why. I audition for the team. I make it. Yay me. And after a couple weeks, there's a couple girls that are just treating me weird, and I didn't know why. Well, I ended up finding out that he had cheated on me with one of my teammates who used to live in Texas, but now was coming to the Heat. And he had been trying to get both of us to not say anything. Anyway, broke up with him and was trying to live my best life, y'all. Really was, right? And I ended up getting in an argument with one of my best friends on the team that you all know as Super Black Girl, Tracy. got in an argument with her, so I was suspended for 2 weeks. So I went to Mexico with my DJ friend, and we had time of our life, whatever. Came back, and my phone is blowing up, my little sidekick, and it's him. And I'm asking for advice from my DJ friend, and he's like, hey, just go and talk to him. Just see what he got to say. You know, just hear him out. Like, maybe he really is sorry. Okay. I go to the hotel, and at first he wasn't in there because he was at like team meetings. But then he comes in, and we're in there and we're talking, and he's pleading his case and asking for forgiveness, talking about how much he loves me and that he'll never do it again, that I'm the one for him, I'm perfect this, perfect that, all these things, y'all. And I said I would think about it. I said, you know, I'll talk to you later. So I walked to the room, or I walked to the door, and he pulls me back with my arm, and he's like, well, can I at least have a hug? Sure. That hug turned into kissing and touching and our child being conceived. I did not know I was pregnant until about a little over a month later, when I was in practice, and one of the dancers who, funny story, ended up marrying the head coach of, that's not important, sorry. So after practice, I go to Walgreens and I buy a pregnancy test, and I take it home, take the test, call my brothers and girlfriend, wait for the results. And when I see them, I start bawling. I literally lost it. I saw my entire career just disappear. And I was devastated. I called my mom in the same state of mind. She's losing it. She's freaking out until I finally tell her, like, I'm pregnant. She goes, oh, I thought you killed somebody. That's how hard I was crying. She asked me if I had told him, and I said, I've been texting him. I've been texting his cousin. I've been texting his best friend, and nobody was responding. And I said, Mom, I cannot be a mother. And I said, please help me. Like, I cannot be a mom. I'm not ready to be a mother. And she was like, well, you're going to have to tell your dad. So for 2 days, I waited for a response. And when I finally got one, the response was, I was asleep. I responded, for 2 days, you just played a game in Milwaukee last night. And then he responded, I thought you were on birth control. All because I had a baby.
Okay, so Royce pretty much, she did like, I don't even recall how many different videos she did, but ultimately, y'all, what she said is this: the Negro was a horrible person. She said that they tried to force her to, you know, not have the baby. She said then during the time that she had her baby shower, she was told that she could not, you know, put his name. Y'all know how baby showers go. It has the mom's name. It has the dad's name. She said that she could not use his name. So, you know, she just talked about her experience with him and how horrible of a person he was. Now, the interesting part of the Amy situation, you know, when Amy and Dwight married, it was during the time that Royce had, you know, she was talking about all of these things that had happened to her. Now, it's quite funny, really, that Amy actually made a video seeming that Royce was jealous of her marrying Dwight. And I'm like, girl, have you heard any of the things that they're saying about Dwight? I don't think she's jealous of you marrying Dwight. I mean, and in all honesty, Royce telling her story probably didn't even have anything to do with them being married. It was just a timing, because if y'all remember, it wasn't just Royce telling the story. It was a guy on, I can't remember the guy's name, but during the time that Royce was actually staying at his house, Royce had encountered other people and they were all just telling the story. So it just wasn't Royce that was saying it. So, you know, word on the street, and I gotta say, allegedly, people are saying that Amy caught him with, you know, with some dudes with some wigs on. I don't know if that's true, but imagine being married to some. Listen, Linda. Imagine your husband. You caught your husband with a wig on. I'm telling everybody. Just like, so that's, listen, I don't know if that's true, but listen, that's what the people saying. They saying that, Amy ain't being honest. They saying allegedly he was with some dudes. Now, I don't know, but if y'all would go back and watch all of the stories that came out during that time, they were saying some pretty crazy stuff. Like, it was mad wild. Like, it was crazy. There was even a guy that they had said that they believe that he was the boyfriend of Dwight, allegedly, because this guy had bragged about like getting money from him. It was this, y'all, it's weird. Yeah, it's on the internet. If you Google, you will more than likely find it. So it was a lot of weird stuff going on. So that's why I was like, how in the hell did she marry him? Like, I can't, if you like dudes, that's fine. Like dudes, just like them, like the dudes, okay? I don't know what the marrying a woman for. I guess if you like dudes, then you should probably marry a dude, I guess. Okay, I'm just saying. I don't know how it go, but I'm just saying. Okay? Now, one of the other things, y'all, that I want to get into, I didn't put it on the thumbnail because I just didn't have enough room, y'all. It's just all of it would not fit on the thumbnail. Now, I did a video, was it yesterday? Do y'all watch Basketball Wives? If you watch Basketball Wives, put a 1 in the chat. Because if y'all don't watch Basketball Wives, then y'all not even going to know what I'm getting ready to tell y'all. If you watch Basketball Wives, please put a 1 in the chat. Okay, we got 2 people. Nobody else? It's 165 people. Yes, you already know. You already know. Nobody else? You already know. You already know. So let's get into Jackie's daughter, because I'm not understanding what that's all about. Somebody help me, because I tried not to talk about it because I'm like, I'm sure something else is going to happen in the episode where will be something else to talk about. But as they get to I think they're probably close to the end, we are still dealing with Jackie and her damn daughter. And I'm just like, there's nothing else to talk about. And I don't know about y'all, but it's getting real creepy. And, it's giving, do Chantel like her mama? Because I'm just not understanding why she would come on the show to just tell us how low down her own mama is.
From this. Well, we can start with her admitting that she called me impressionable.
And that right there, which I was just not understanding. Okay, your mother saying you are impressionable, that's not really a bad thing. You're new on this show. She's simply saying that, you're new, you're easy to mold, you're easy to be manipulated. Why is that such a bad thing? And girl, is this the only damn thing that you got to talk about? Like, this is exhausting. I'm like, why is Chantel on this damn show? Like, it makes no sense. Now, I'm not saying Jackie is a perfect person or anything like that. Nobody is perfect, but I just don't understand the dynamic in the back and forth when we just don't understand. And it's like she'll say, my mother, wasn't with me or something when I was younger. Girl, so what? I don't think anybody has had a perfect childhood. So the excuses that she give doesn't make sense. And then she goes on to get or try to recruit other members of the circle or the group to not like her mama. And I'm just like, this is too crazy for me.
The morning after
told
Vegas.
you that?
I did. If I was her, I would like her to tell me what my mom said.
I would like her to tell me what my mom said. You act like the damn mama is the friend. The mother can say what the hell they want to say. I mean, that's your daughter. You had her. Mothers ain't really out here trying to hurt their daughters. I'm just like, this is giving too much. It's too toxic. Like, I'm just like, this is way, way too toxic.
So I have no reason to believe that she called me impressionable, Brandy, because I wouldn't even be in here pushing the gas on her if I didn't believe it to be true.
This is so crazy to me. I mean, the way that she is describing her mother is kind of like a lady that she doesn't even know. Is crazy. Almond Joy 777. She hates her mom or jealous of her mom. I didn't want to say it, but it's giving something along those lines because this don't make sense. This does not make sense. She's not giving us any valid reasons, but she's just spitting out that don't make sense. One of the things Chantel said is she had a problem with her mother for not stepping in when her and Brandy got into it. But here's the deal. You guys are all on this show. You kind of have to have your own issues. And then her and Jackie actually had an agreement where Jackie said, listen, if you need me, let me know. And she's like, no, Mom, you stay out of it. So I'm just like, Chantel is a damn lunatic.
See, this is the problem, Brandy.
This is a mother and daughter situation.
Brandy, but here's the thing. You trying to stand up for Jackie.
And I'm with Brandy. Like I said in my last video, I'm not getting in no mother-daughter situation. And let me just tell you why. Because I have a daughter. And you better stay the hell up out of my situation. So it's just like, I am totally with Brandy. I feel like there's other issues in that group. Then try to pit these two against each other. The issues that they have with each other is not going to be resolved in a group. And then y'all got to understand, you got basketball wives. Evelyn is forever coming at Jackie. Then you got her daughter that has essentially become friends with Evelyn. And y'all know just last season, Evelyn was saying that Jackie was a hoe. So I'm just like, this show is crazy. Chantel should not allow the Tweet D and Tweet Dumb to talk about Jackie. Yes, like, listen, I'm just like, this is a lot. This is a lot.
Jackie, and I'm telling you, Jackie would throw you under the bus at every opportunity.
It's just the fact that
Jackie will throw you under the bus at every opportunity. So it's kind of cringy because she says, she tells us, how her mother is a terrible mother. And then when Brandy steps in to say, listen, I'm not getting in no mother and daughter or no family situation. Chantel's like, girl, I don't know why not, because she'll throw you under the bus at any chance she gets. And I'm just like, this is crazy. This is crazy and cringy.
that I don't get involved in family drama. And this is a mother-daughter situation.
Brandy, please.
What y'all saying in the chat? Hey, I wouldn't get involved. You are so right. Chantel act just like Jackie. That's the same thing I said. They act identical. But the only thing that really irritates me about Chantel is she has no respect for her mother. Here's the deal. I don't care what my mother did, even if it's good or bad, even if I'm mad about it or I don't like it, I'm never going to get to the point where I'm disrespecting you. Like, that's too much. That's too much. Who put their mom down like that? Exactly. Like, that's too much. It's way. And the thing about it, I feel like too, when you become a mother, you can kind of understand a little bit more. Girl, you have 2 children and you want to make it seem like Jackie is this horrible person. I'm sure she's made her mistakes, but you are pretty much ganging up with people who really seem like they don't like her, telling them how of a horrible person she is.
Why would you insert yourself into a situation to try to make it worse for her?
Denise is a...
Again, that's me. I don't understand why everybody is inserting themselves. Clearly, nothing is going on with Basketball Wives. Like, Basketball Wives is dry. We got Evelyn on here again with nothing going on. Most of these ladies don't got shit going on. We got Denise, this new chick. She don't have nothing going on. Ty and her girlfriend. I'm sick of their storyline. I don't know about Basketball Wives. Yeah, right. You don't see Shanice doing that to Evelyn. Exactly. And that's a good question. Why is everybody scared of Evelyn? Why is everybody afraid of Evelyn? It's so irritating. Like, nobody holds Evelyn accountable for nothing that she does. And she just is low down and dirty as they come. But everybody is afraid.
Bimbo. Okay. She's messy as she's always just repeating things.
And so Evelyn has a problem with her, this new girl, because the new girl said that Evelyn was being messy and trying to find out information about Shanice, but she didn't call Shanice herself. So Evelyn, girl, you messy too. She's messy as hell too.
And causing drama.
Someone coming in between a mother-daughter to make it worse is something that I don't.
So what y'all saying in the chat about these two? Because this is a mess. What y'all saying? Right, siding with the enemies. And I think if it was me, that would be my number one problem. Like, listen, if you have a problem with me and you go and try to find people that you know I don't like, I'm never talking to you again. That's too much. That is low down and dirty.
Understand. That's all I'm asking.
You didn't hit the gas the first time because you weren't sure.
And Brittany, as I said before, Brittany has, again, nothing going on. Nothing going on. So, of course, she's inserting herself into this because she don't have nothing going on. I don't know, y'all, but it just seems like Basketball Wives ain't going to be around much longer because it's boring. Nobody has absolutely nothing going on. Absolutely nothing.
Yourself talking about staying in a child's place.
Okay.
So you done started some.
Now, if y'all remember, if you watch Basketball Wives, y'all kind of saw the situation between Brandy and Chantel. But the thing about it, they resolved it. So they should now be in a good place. Well, now what you see now is Brittany bringing up something that has already been resolved. So I'm like, I don't know, but Basketball Wives is just not good.
My thing is, we all got to see in real time that she didn't defend her daughter.
And then they go into, saying, well, Brittany goes into saying that Jackie did not defend Chantel. Was I the only one that saw it, that they agreed that Jackie would let Chantel handle her own situations? So I just don't understand about the part where, they're saying Jackie didn't defend her, because Jackie actually did step in and say something. So it's just like, I feel like they're just making this up just to have something to say. Chantel is on Jackie's show, not the other way around. Absolutely. Absolutely. And frankly, I mean, we have Brandy there for now, but before Brandy came back, Jackie has been the only basketball wife on the show.
So that's when everybody got in their business.
I didn't know.
Okay.
And I think this whole entire argument was so unnecessary. What y'all think? I think this was so unnecessary. Totally unnecessary. I'm over these bras. Totally over these bras. What did y'all think about are y'all watching Love and Hip Hop at all? Is anybody watching Love and Hip Hop? If y'all watching Love and Hip Hop, put a 1 in the chat. If you all are watching Love and Hip Hop, because if you are, tell me, what did you think about the scene with Lil Scrappy and this new chick that he has the baby by? What did y'all think about that? What did y'all think about that? Totally unnecessary. That was totally unnecessary. And did y'all see her petting her? That was totally too much. Totally. I'm like, Scrappy done went from sugar to SHIT, because as I said, in my other videos, Scrappy, he has the daughter with Erica, then he has the 3 kids with Bambi. We've never saw them act like that. Exactly. She wants camera time. She definitely wants camera time, because listen, how do you go from being in a threesome with someone unprotected, which is telling me you're nasty, okay? You are sleeping with somebody that you don't know. And then furthermore, she was brought in with her friend. Isn't that even weird? Your friend called you and said, hey, I'm with my dude. Let's have fun. That's some weird stuff right there. So she ended up unprotected, nasty, gutter snipe. You done got yourself pregnant. And now you want to make it seem like y'all had been in this long-lasting relationship. Then she tells Scrappy, well, yeah, you've been with this girl, but when you're done taking her out, you come over. And I'm just like, girl, I wouldn't have even told nobody that. I wouldn't have told anybody whatever you doing with him when he ain't being seen in the public with you, but coming over, but with you for one thing, why he's dating somebody else. I thought that was so crazy. EA, I don't watch Basketball Wives anymore, but can they scrap it and get actual wives? I agree. I'm tired of all these wife shows with no wives. Exactly. Basketball Wives Atlanta, we got a whole crew of non-married women. She is in her 40s acting like she is in her 20s. And the thing too with this lady that Scrappy has his baby by, she has is it a teenage daughter, or does she have a grown daughter? Or I think she has a daughter that is maybe in the same age range as Scrappy's daughter. And to be out there slapping her, did y'all see that? These shows are getting too ratchet. Exactly. I have to agree, because I was like, this girl is definitely looking for airtime. You say her daughter is 18. Okay, so she's grown enough to know that she don't want to see her mama on there. Like, what is that? That was a mess. Let me see if I can find the clip, y'all. That was a mess. That was a mess. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. I know I have it here. Let me see here. Oh, no, not that. Not that. Y'all, let me see if I can find the clip. Right, an Evelyn move. Definitely an Evelyn move. When I saw that, I was like, this is way too much. Scrappy done brought this hood rat chick on here. All right, let's see if I can find it. That mess was a whole, I'm like, she needed to get something. I said, oh, look at this hot mess. This is a mess. Yeah, I showed y'all the clip before. Let me see if I can find it. That was a mess. Let's see. Let me see here. I don't know if I have the clip anymore, y'all. I'm trying to find it. Let's see. I can't find it. Let's see. I think I got it here. Oh, it's right here. All right, y'all. I found a little something. So, yeah. Somebody said making us in New York. You're from New York? Yeah, she cutting up. We gonna send her ass right back. She got to go. So here's the clip right here, y'all. I believe this is it. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Than ever. I'm happy, I'm healthy, and my love life is going amazing.
Well, so I think where the problem came though, y'all, he's dating somebody else, which to me is not, really an issue, because think about it. They got together in the course of a threesome. They wasn't really boyfriend and girlfriend. So I guess I'm kind of confused as to why, she has a problem. But she did say that he wanted her to move to Atlanta. So I'm thinking, okay, she had the baby. He probably wants to be close to the child, but it seems like she wanted something else. That's just what I'm getting from this Scrappy and this new baby mama stuff. On the other note, I love Angela and Charles. They're my favorites, and they actually saved this season. Yeah, Angela is the only one that got something going on. So let's see.
How you doing? But listen.
Okay, so y'all remember that scene, and it went to shit real fast. Yeah, he moved her to Atlanta. But here's the deal. I believe when he moved her, he probably wasn't trying to date her like that. But I think where the problem went a little left is that they was having sex. You know, it seemed like that's what was going on. And for some reason, she took that as something else. And apparently, you know, that's pretty much all he wants from her. It looks like. How are you going to get pregnant during a random threesome? Gross, bad decisions on both sides. Girl, that's terrible decisions because listen, that would have been a secret that I wouldn't have told nobody. And then she says this with so much enthusiasm. It's crazy. This chick is crazy.
I ain't married to Brittany. And then sometimes things get a little complicated.
And then here's the deal too, y'all. We've been watching Scrappy on this show for so long. I mean, my thing is, even if you know, believe whatever he say or whatever it is, I don't know. You can literally go back and see him in all of these relationships and how he maneuvered all of these women. So it's just like, girl, I don't feel sorry for you. I don't. Because for one, you went through 9 months of carrying a baby from a man you didn't even know. That's nasty. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. But this girl seems like she's a clout chaser.
Complicated because of the situation. How you doing?
I'm good, but
so it seems like they have good sex, and it seems like that's all he wants from her. That's just what I'm getting from her. Because if y'all, you know, we're paying attention, she goes into saying, you know, you with this lady, and then she goes into saying that this lady is a stripper, and he's like, well, she's not a stripper. And he was like, then she starts to talk about the lady, and I'm just like, girl, why do you care, you know, what this woman looks like? So it just was given like, girl, you are seriously mad. Okay, you mad.
I could be better.
You should be better. I mean, you got your baby, your oldest.
She said, I can be better. I can be better. I can be better.
Baby, and you living your life.
What does living my life mean?
Take care of your baby.
She said, what does living my life mean? He like, take care of your kids. Take care of your kids, ma'am.
Taking care of my babies.
You had your babies. You got to take care of them.
You had your babies. You have to take care of them. This is a man you want to stay away from. You had your babies. You got to take care of them.
But I'm telling you, you got to like start feeding him other things now because he's a titty boy. Like, we need to get him off.
And of course, y'all know at some point it's going to go to the left and she going to start patting it and it just gets a little crazy. But essentially, the issue is he's dating somebody else. He's with this girl named Brittany. They're all over social media and she doesn't like it. She don't like it.
The titty, cause I really spend time with my baby. But lately, he don't even know me. All he knows is
So he gets into saying, listen, the baby don't know me. So of course she gets into saying, hey, the baby don't know you because you with this girl, you're doing this, you're doing that. So it gets a little crazy, y'all. It's getting a little crazy.
He don't know you.
Every time I look at him, he be like that.
She said he don't know you because you don't come and see him enough. He don't know you because you don't come and see him enough. Come see you or the baby. I'm thinking she means he don't come see her enough.
Well, my mama,
he don't know you because
he don't care about me right now.
I'm not about to blow smoke up.
So now it's finna get crazy. She like, I'm not about to blow smoke up yo. Okay. She's telling him that he's a horrible father, which I mean, it's funny to me because you had a baby by a man you didn't know. So I can't ever take you seriously.
Your ass any longer.
And tell me what? I'm a great daddy.
You're an okay dad.
You are an okay dad. You had sex with a thing you didn't even know from Adam, and you're complaining that he is an okay dad. Girl, shut up.
You're an okay dad.
You are an okay dad. A okay dad.
You feel what I'm saying?
Wow.
We had this baby out of a threesome.
Y'all see how she just says that? Girl, stop saying that. We had this baby out of a threesome. What? Can she stop saying that? Like, why does she keep saying that? This is how you know this girl is a hood rat. She keeps saying that, and you're on national television. Your baby gonna grow up, and if y'all don't ever tell them, they're gonna be able to go back in the archives and see his crazy mammy saying that he was conceived from a damn threesome. This is a mess.
It was not like a real threesome.
Okay, whatever. We had sex.
And see, Scrappy trying to fix it. He like, it wasn't a real threesome. Scrappy trying to make it look better. Right. He's trying to say, listen, don't say that. And this girl is so hood. She doesn't even understand that what she's doing is going to mentally affect her child. Like, girl, you're doing all of this for a man that don't even want you. He ain't even pretending like he wants you. You look at this. What? Are y'all listening to this bull crap? This is this lady talking like your baby came from a. Okay, carry on, ma'am. Carry on.
That is good ass.
You stuck your in this good. Oh my goodness. Are y'all hearing this mess? This is a rat. I don't know what Scrappy done got herself into, but she is straight from the street. The streets, not the street, the streets.
Yo.
No, that's great. That's why you make them 3 a.m. phone.
So now she goes into saying she know her is the greatest because that's why he make the 3 a.m. phone calls. I'm sorry. I want to be remembered as something else.
Call. Hey, baby mama, can I come up and get a massage?
And them teeth is not doing her no damn justice. Why they so big though?
Yeah, because you don't put this on you.
Did y'all hear that? Yeah, because you don't put this. This is who this man chose to have a baby by, y'all. Now he can't talk about Erica and Bambi ever again in his whole entire life. It's a wrap for him.
Every mother time. No, this is good. No, this.
Listen to this. Listen to this. She is a clout chaser. She wanted to do this so bad on national TV. This is way. She needs to be on Baddies. Put her on Baddies. Look at this. This is how she's talking. Y'all do know that his daddy is a pastor, right? They all in the comments say she's embarrassing. Somebody said being a side chick to your baby daddy is crazy work. Saying a man doesn't take care of his son, but you still pick up the phone at 3 a.m. when he calls for cat is wild work. Why is this threesome slide getting screen time? Next scene, please. They are dragging her. Like they dragging her for the filthy, trashy that she is.
It's good. You know, everything about me is good.
Everything about her is good. I guess. Apparently he don't see it that way though. But anyways.
That's how we got this baby.
No, you got that baby because you had unprotected sex with a man that you didn't even know, ma'am. Stop lying. Stop lying.
Because you know I'm going to do what the do. You know what I'm going to sit on top of that.
Oh, boy. Whew. Y'all got enough of this shit yet? This girl is a whole train wreck. They are dragging her for dear life in these comments. Look at what they're saying about her. Somebody said, girl, he comes because you let him. No other reason. Having sex with a man that's not pulling his weight when it comes to being a father makes you not a clown, but the entire circus. She is overacting for those cameras. Relax and be a lady. She can't be a lady if she tried.
Ride that, spinning around, what the I'm supposed to do, because that's what I'm gonna do.
Look how he looking at her. Hi, Bob's girl. Look how he looking at her. He is embarrassed. He is embarrassed of this lady. He's embarrassed. Look how he's looking at her. He like, what?
Listen. And I'm gonna keep this as honest.
No, y'all, this is the funny part. He's realized that he messed up, y'all. Listen to this.
As I can keep it, and I'm gonna be honest, brutally honest. I stuck my in the wrong place.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Did y'all hear that? He finally admits that he put it in the wrong place. Yep, I agree.
But she got some good for JJ.
I don't run.
Okay, so that's why she get the 3 a.m. phone calls. He said, hey, he like it.
My mother mouth about my baby daddy that I'm and
she don't run her mouth about her baby that she, because you are the side chick.
I keep it P. I'm a P ass mother.
But those teeth, I'm not trying to be funny. She need to get them teeth. I don't know what kind of teeth she got, but he got a liking for women with them damn teeth.
But I moved down here because you asked me to move down.
I moved down here because you asked me to move down here. Okay.
Here. So it's like, all right, cool. Baby daddy want me to move down here for his son. Then it's like, you flaunt.
So he did ask her to move down there with the son. If y'all remember in the last season, they kind of talked about it. But the problem is he got a new girlfriend, y'all. He got a new girlfriend and she don't like that.
And this little girlfriend around, Brittany the realtor.
She don't like Brittany the realtor. You flaunt this little girlfriend around. You had me move all the way down here with the baby and you flaunt this little girlfriend around. That's where the problem is.
Who really don't sell no houses. She sell bottles in Magic City.
You sell a lot of houses.
And I mean, this is how you know she's really mad. You know, when women start talking about the man who they was with, woman, it's a problem. She mad. She real mad. She's real bad.
She sells bottles. She sells bottles. But did you let baby girl know that after you take her from?
Uh-oh. Now she's like, listen, do you let her know after you drop her off? Which this is how you know this like is a low class chick. Because some things you probably don't want other people to know. Because what she just said is that Scrap spends time with the other girl, they hang out. But then when he want to, play around, he comes to her house. And for some reason, she think that that's some kind of benefit. But I don't think it's a benefit at all.
Then I can pull up my phone right now. I can pull up my phone right now.
So now you get on national television and you want to, I guess, bust him out and let us know, or let Brittany, the realtor, know that y'all still hooking up. So what she's trying to do is break up his relationship with the other girl, which is giving, girl, this is just too much. He likes her for, a good time, and that's it.
I would love to see that.
Took her on a date, and then you text me after that to come over to my.
Okay, did y'all hear that? You took her on a date and you text me afterward. He don't even take you on a date, ma'am. He doesn't even take you on a date. I would move around.
My crib to come.
Is that?
So he takes Brittany the realtor on a date, spend time with her, and text her to get his. Y'all already know the rest.
We doing?
Yeah, that's what we doing. We're doing all of that. We're doing all of that. So
and this is where it goes to shit, because at this point, he like, I am leaving here. Like, you are trying to expose me and everything that I got going on. And you know that we met, you was the third person in a thing that we had going on, and you gonna come on national TV and try to make like you my woman. And he like, I'm up out of here.
Bye-bye, because you're not here anyway. You don't.
He like, I'm out of here. No, you did not come into this situation a side chick, because if y'all remember, Scrappy was talking to her friend. So she was a side chick to her friend.
Take care of your son. You're with Brittany the realtor with her botched ass face.
Oh, botched face. Okay, so now you want to talk about Brittany the realtor got a botched face. Okay, are you mad or no?
You come over to my house in the middle of the night. You don't take care of your son. You send.
Wait a minute. And this is, so why you sleeping with him if you don't take care of his son? Do that make sense to y'all? How you say he don't take care of his son, but you still want to sleep with him? Yeah, that's weird.
Your son pennies. You send Brittany the realtor every dime you get.
Okay, so she says you don't take care of your son. You send your son pennies, and you give all your money to Brittany the realtor. How she know that?
Yeah.
Whatever Shakira is saying right now, I can't even.
And of course, this is where he starts to not listen. What y'all saying in the chat? She's only doing all of that because she really thought she was going to have a family with him. Not exactly, Danielle. Absolutely not. And that's what I was saying. Like, girl, you could have like went and watched the archives. This man ain't committed to nobody. He ain't even committed to himself. So the fact that you thought, girl, it was a mistake. I guess she should be glad that he's even acknowledging the baby, because some men be like, girl, I don't like you or the baby.
Hear it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you doing too much. And like, you saying stuff that ain't true, and that I'm finna get it.
So in all, in Scrappy fashion, he about to run and jet up out of there because he like, girl, you doing too much. Now, did y'all notice that the man left in a robe with no shoes on? Was I the only one that saw that? So I'm, after watching this, I'm like, he was there again for the night. Because are y'all paying attention? He don't even have his clothes on. He's literally leaving with a robe with no shoes on. And like the vehicle that he's getting in, what they do when they're taping these reality shows is a lot of times they'll drop them off at the next scene, just to make sure they get there and stuff. But y'all see, he's literally leaving out the house with his robe and his socks or whatever. I think he has on socks. He doesn't even have on shoes.
In my car and get the on, because I ain't even used to arguing with no shit no more.
You think I'm a real Brooklyn street?
Oh, you think I'm a real Brooklyn street? A street what?
Bitch, you with a bitch that's 43.
Y'all look at his feet. Look at his feet, y'all. Pay attention. The man has on a robe and socks. He don't even have shoes on. So this must have been a night that he stayed there, okay? He has nothing on his feet. Are y'all paying attention? The man don't even have any shoes on. He is getting the hell up out of there with no damn shoes on. No shoes on. The truth is, the date with the realtor left him hot and steamy, and Britt is a lady. She takes her time, and he needed to physically dump in someone's being. So she was the only trash receptacle. Exactly. Girl, he just went where he could. Like, girl. But do y'all see the man don't got no shoes on? He was getting up out of there. Look at that, no shoes on.
Years old, I got 3 kids. She looking out for her kids. She ain't looking out for you. She using you.
So I don't know where she's getting all this information from, saying the girl is using them. So she has a lot of information. I don't know if we're going to see it on the show. I don't know.
She's using you.
I know.
Yeah, the bitch don't care about you.
Are you going to...
Interesting that she said the woman don't care about him because, hell, you didn't know him either. So I don't know. Did you care about him or did you learn to care for him? Because you didn't know him either.
You to move out here. Move me. Yeah, I'm serious. Move me. You told your mother.
Then she gets into, you told your mother I was crazy. Why would he say that? Why would he say she crazy? Because she acting like a whole idiot.
That was crazy, right? This is crazy, bitch.
Oh, look how he looking at her. He regret. Y'all, look at that. Look at his look. Baby, he regret. He wish he would have put that sock on that thing, child. He looking like, woo, wee, look at this fool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Is it karma or is it karma? Because you got a whole lunatic. A whole lunatic. The fact that this girl had a baby by a man she didn't know and expected it to be something else is really crazy.
This is crazy.
This is crazy. So she say, you told your mama that I was crazy. This is crazy, B.
You talking about? Kiss my ass, bitch.
She done called him two kiss. She mad. Ooh.
This is mother crazy. This is crazy.
This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy, ma'am. It's crazy.
Hey, you come get this.
What? That's what y'all see it. What in the whole hell is that? Evelyn, you have spreaded this bullshit throughout the world. This is a fan. This is a fan. Why would she do that? I want to know, why did she do that? Why would you do that? Why? Out of all the things to do, why did she do that? I just want to know, y'all, why did she do that? That's just, I was like, what the? Out of all the things to do, this is what she did. I don't get it. This is how you know she a fan. This is how you know this lady is a fan, because out of all the things to do, this is what she chose to do. This is what this broad chose to do. This took me out. When I saw this, I was like, oh no.
Every single time, bitch.
This is crazy. Ooh. Right. Wasn't she just a hit it and quit it from the... That's what I'm saying. So why she so mad? Like, girl, you act like y'all had a real... He had a real relationship with Erica. He had a real relationship with Bambi. You were not a real relationship, ma'am. Why are you mad?
This is crazy.
That... Man, that was a mess right there. That was a mess. When I saw that, I said, this done got him a whole idiot. Erica and Bambi ain't never did that. Whoo, y'all. That was a mess. How's the third wheel popping off? She is cray-cray. She is a nutcase. That was wild. That was wild. And I had to go back and look at some, lives and stuff that he did. He always talked about how cool she was and how they had this good relationship. And I'm like, huh? No, she was, no. She was never a good person. She thought, this is what I'm getting. I think the baby situation is something that she felt like, for whatever reason, that they was going to be this happy family. I mean, at least he's acknowledging the baby and stuff like that, because some men don't even do that. But I think her real issue is, that he's sleeping with her, and she's thinking that is going to lead to something else. And it simply ain't. It ain't going to lead to nothing else. You letting them dump and let off, and that's exactly what he doing. But Scrappy better be careful with her, because I think she's one of those women that, try to have another baby, because she's definitely desperate. Oh, yeah, he definitely toxic. Oh, he's most definitely toxic, because he should also know that this woman, she seemed to be a little crazy. He probably shouldn't be doing the things, that he's doing with her. He definitely needs to take some responsibility. He definitely needs to take some responsibility. If you guys have not liked the video, can you please go ahead and like the video? I appreciate it. And also, guys, make sure you are following me on TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Baby mama number 3 is off the chain, but she kind of good for TV. You know what though? It is good for TV, but as we saw the previews, I don't know if we're gonna see more of that. So I don't know. Judging by Scrappy's look, he probably like, oh hell no, oh no. So we gotta kind of see if we're gonna see more of it or how this kind of gonna end up. I would love to see, if her and Bambi was in a room, what would happen. But what I don't like too about these reality shows is a lot of times they'll say they don't want to film with certain people. And I feel like, if they, say that they don't want to film with certain people, I think they should be fired. Hello, Joe Steele. So I feel like, if they don't want to film with other people, I think they should be fired, because I think her and Bambi, I think that would make really good TV, because I don't think Erica gives a damn. I don't think Erica cares about Scrappy, and definitely not about no relationship. But we'll have to see, what's gonna become of this. But that shit was funny. When I saw that, I laughed. I must have rewind that like 10 times. It was hilarious, definitely hilarious. It was funny. But I don't think Scrappy liked it. I don't think Scrappy liked that. I think Scrappy felt a little embarrassed by her. I think so. Chicks need to learn that we all get the same man the prior woman had. Men change women. Men change women, not their ways. Girl, listen, for some reason, women think I don't know, they think maybe if they body better, maybe they think if they're prettier, they think that what the man did to you, he gonna be different to them. And that's not necessarily true. It's generally a lot of times the same person. I do believe different people can bring out different things in men, but ultimately you can't change nobody. People have to change themselves. And that is what women don't seem to gravitate. If y'all recall, do y'all remember, what is that lady's name? It is a lady. I'm going to find her name now. She actually she had 2 kids by this guy. He ended up leaving her. I'm going to find her name. He ended up leaving her, went with another woman, ended up getting that woman pregnant. They ended up getting married. That woman told him she was pregnant and he left her too. I'm trying to remember that lady's name. I'm going to find it. But the new woman was celebrating him so much, talking about how good of a man he was, until she got pregnant and he left her ass too. So for some reason, she thought that she ate with this dude and he did the same thing to her. I just cannot remember her damn name. What is that lady's name? I'm going to find it for y'all. I can't remember her name. Her name is, I'm going to find it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, no. That's too loud. Let's turn it down. What is that woman's name, y'all? Now y'all got me trying to look for it. Let me see. I think I know what her name is. Her name is, let's see here. The guy name is LeAngelo Ball, and he had a baby, but I can't remember that girl's name. But y'all probably know who I'm talking about. I can't remember her name. Yes, Miss Nikki, that's her name. Yes, and Rashida. Yeah, y'all got it. Yeah. So he ended up, obviously, he had 2 kids with Miss Nikki baby, and she said the nigga just left her. He just hit it and got with the girl Rashida. What is her name? Rashida or somebody. Got with her, And then, there were rumors that she was pregnant, and I guess they denied it, but they ended up getting married. He done left her ass too. He done filed for divorce and left her too. So I'm just like, y'all gotta stop thinking that this the man gonna be different with y'all, and you get the same nigga that the last person had, the same one. Now people do change. I mean, but you figure like if the person was just in a relationship and he, not with this person, you getting that same person. It's not like it's been years later, where the person probably changed. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, Scrappy got him a whole hood rat. A whole hood rat. She came in as a side piece fling. You never level up from that. No, you never, because that's the bottom. I mean, like, how low can you go? How low can you go? And not only was she that's exactly what she was, a side piece fling. Because keep in mind, he was dating her friend. Like, girl, you and your friend is weird. Like, your friend invited you in to have sex with her dude. Y'all weird. Like, that's mad weird. He never respected her. Same way you get them is the same way you lose them, right? Scrappy never respected this girl. Like, I mean, and then, I mean, people don't got, people can, move forward with, with their pregnancies. But girl, I don't know how you was able to do that. Like, you had a whole baby by a man you didn't know. You didn't protect yourself. Like, what is he supposed to think about a person like you? I mean, he's no better either. The fact that you out here free balling and, doing all these things with women you don't know either. But y'all both kind of in the same boat. So, hey, I think they both trash, to be honest. I just think, that women, especially when you have children, because, these men, they leave, they can go on with their life. You still have the kids. You taking care of your kids. You out here, not protecting yourself. I think that's crazy. But we'll have to see, what this is going to become. But yeah, she's definitely a clout chaser at best. She is a clout chaser. Well, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here because I got to get up in the morning for my swim class. I'll see y'all later.
Sit down, it's nothing.